ever heard of that term, change management? Have you ever heard that phrase? Change management. It's a horrible phrase. Not true. I think it's a bad way of describing what's happening. Nobody wants to change, and they certainly don't want their change managed. And that's not what the organization is doing anyway. If the people at the top see that this is the next move to make that is going to be good for the organization, it's not change, it's progress. It's progress leadership. It's actually the title of the new book, Think Progress Leadership, Not Change Management. It's odd to consider, but the next move you make in the right direction is progress, no matter where you were before. Right? Divorce is progress to somebody. Right? Oddly enough, downsizing is progress, because the alternative would be worse. It's trippy to consider. Don't just explain the process, but also the progress, the why, how we're going to be more competitive by doing it, how it's going to, in the end, make things better. Don't apologize for change. Inspire progress. The best way that I can kind of explain this in quote form is from the author of The Little Prince. And the author of The Little Prince said, if you want to build a ship, don't drum up people together and assign them tasks and work to collect wood, but rather teach them to long for the endless immensity of the sea. What happens if you teach somebody to long for the endless immensity of the sea? What are they going to want to do? They're going to want to be on the water, right? Right? And then they go, I got to get on a boat. I don't have a boat. I need to build a boat. I don't got nothing to build a boat with. I need to go collect wood. Everybody see that? Versus what? Telling somebody to collect wood. Does that mean they're going to collect wood? No, it just means they know you want them to. Change and progress. We're here to progress, not to change. See, all progress is change, but not all change is progress. Right? All progress is change, but not all change is progress. If I have an upset stomach, my tummy hurts, I need change. Whoa, I need change. I had some of that shrimp and grits. I wasn't used to that. Oh, it's good though. I ate too much. I need change. And John hears me, he wants to help me out, so he jumps up here on the stage and he punches me in the nose. Is that change? Yeah, it's change, but it's not progress, at least not to me. Those of you in this room who are single, or if you plan on being single, I don't know your plan. What happens in Greensboro stays in Greensboro. I don't know your plan. I'm just sticking with the single people. I'm not trying to give you a goal. I'm not trying to I don't want to help. Stick with what you got. Those of you who are single, have you ever said to yourself, I need to meet somebody new? And then you met somebody new, and you're like, oh, no, not that. Not that person new. You walk into a room full of opportunity. You're like, change. That's change. Change. Hey, that's progress. See, it's all in the way we size it up in our minds. It's very natural for us to resist what we view as change. But it's natural to embrace what we view as progress. It's interesting the terms we use. If you have a lot of people who say they resist change, next time you have somebody who says they resist change, offer them a raise. They'll take that change. See, it's not the newness of the activity, it's how we view it in our mind. And so it's vital that we position our properties, our ideas, our leadership styles, our communication styles, our customer service style, all must be positioned as progress in the minds of those that we wish to propel into positive action. That's really a whole lot of words to explain this one word that I really tried to resist for the longest time. I've been speaking for 48 years, only professionally for 17. And when thank you. Sometimes people don't get that. Some like later they go, hey, I got that. Oh, that's funny. Because that was funny. I like that joke. That's one of my favorite jokes. I'm going to say it again. I've been speaking for 48 years, only professionally for 17. And when I first started speaking, as soon as you call yourself a speaker, long before I wrote my first book, as soon as you step out and call yourself a speaker, there's this one word that people want to plop in front of the word speaker, and that word is motivational. A motivational speaker. A motivational speaker. And I will tell you, I tried for the longest time to resist being called a motivational speaker. It doesn't bother me so much anymore now because it actually helps my day rate. So I'm like, yeah, I'm your motivational speaker. But then I got down to it. See the word, am I the only person in this room who needs to be motivational? Anybody a leader? Yeah, woohoo, yeah, give it up for leaders. Yeah, exactly. We're all, everybody's leader. That motivational, if you're ever trying to inspire action in others, trying to encourage them to do things, then you need to be motivational. So I dug into that term, motivation. What does that term actually mean? So you can take the word motivation, you can break it up into two parts. Motivation is actually a motive. That was some nice reverb on that. Motive. That's good. For action. A motive for action. See, you can put motivation on a seesaw. Motivation, motive, action. If we have strong enough motives, we'll take the action. If we don't have strong enough motives, we won't. That's how we roll. When I say roll, I don't mean R-O-L-E, I mean R-O-L-L. That's how we do our thing. Have you ever been told it's good to get to know people? You'll write that down. Everybody heard that one? Everybody's heard that, right? But why? The reason we need to get to know people is because the more we understand people, the more we can help them develop the strong reasons to take the actions we want them to take. Everything we do. Now, when I say this to you about we, I mean this is everybody in this room and everybody that you need to go back and propel into positive action. Correct? There are a lot of people that we want to encourage, inspire, influence, persuade. Right? Those are all different terms we use for it. Get them to do what we want. Everything we do, consciously or subconsciously, we do because we believe the perceived consequences of those actions are that we're going to feel the unique right mixture of what I've labeled the 6 P's of progress. Pleasure, peace of mind, profit, prestige, pain avoidance, and power. Everything I'm talking about really comes down to 2 words. And I'm sure you're like, hey, why didn't you start with that? 2 words. And those 2 words are be progress. Progress. When I say be progress, I mean the people that are around us, for them to want to be connected to us, they have to view us as progress. Again, what is progress? Pleasure, peace of mind, profit, prestige, pain avoidance, and power. We must be progress. I'm Dean Lindsay. I thank you very much. Be progress.